In the tyranny of language, it's baffling the way the value of art and creativity gets downplayed in society. Like, that's a little too artsy-fartsy, or that's nice for a hobby, but it isn't a career. Probably heard that from some in your family, right? When you imagine yourself using your creative talent to generate revenue, does the term pipe dream ever pop into your mind? Well, don't fall for it, because here's the truth. Your creativity is a sound investment in you. And when the right application, it will provide you with a multifaceted career path that can take you anywhere you want to go, no matter what anyone thinks. Next time someone tells you it's a pipe dream, know they're really talking to themselves. And keep on investing in your creativity, in your dreams. As Mel Robbins would say, you're either going for your dreams, come what may, or your dreams are haunting your mind, filling it up with doubts, with excuses. Which side of your dream is going to make all of your income? That's the side that's going for it, right? Facing the fears. That's the side that's not deferring to anyone. That's not saying someday. Today, we're answering the question on every entrepreneur's mind. How do I turn my creativity into revenue? And you know, because of the way the value of art and creativity gets downplayed in society, you may be asking yourself, should I even try to turn my creativity into revenue? Right? Like, do I even bother? Because the message society sends about art and creativity is that the odds of being successful are stacked against you. Creatives are socially conditioned in a lot of ways to undermine the value of their talents. Choose to go to law school, and society says, how impressive. Your family must be so proud, like almost perfunctory. But choose to go to an art academy, and the conversation becomes, oh, well, good luck with that. And it's crazy because, look, historically, art is the best investment because it retains its, guess what? Value. Art is the keeper of our culture. It serves as a universal language that is unrestricted by verbal barriers. Art connects people by revealing our similarities. Art helps us to understand each other better by conveying the beauty in our differences. Art is the cultural undivider, and it always has been. Today, in this century, technology has replaced literally thousands of vocations. But have you noticed that bots can't replace the need for creativity in marketing and networking and entertainment, any creative industry, in cooking and quilting and font design and architecture? And not for lack of trying, the bots are being built, okay? And in general, the message being sent to the world right now, if a bot can do what you do, you better get better. Or you better get out. You know what I say? Bots, let them have their place. Let them do what they can. Let them get those sucky jobs, right? Let them operate on the premises of proven formulas, on repetition that don't ever evolve, the way an artist evolves. Let them take those boring jobs. Picasso once said, it took me 4 years to learn how to paint like Raphael, but a lifetime to learn how to paint like a child. As artists, we learn the rules so we can masterfully break them. Bots will never evolve to being able to break the rules like an artist, an entrepreneur, an innovator can. They operate within the parameters of proven formulas, tricks of the trade. For the artists, proven formulas have their place to educate you enough to break all the rules. Artists learn the tricks to make the magic. I didn't go to law school or study any other kind of traditional business vocation in college. My degree is in poetry. And I'll tell you something, when I switched from international business and world trade to poetry, I got a lot of shade. Oh, I heard it all. You want to live the life of a starving artist? Is that what you're going for? You're never going to make money on it. You're going to live broke. Or my favorite, the most common one, the one that just constantly was all around me, but really lit a fire in my heart. Oh, that's sweet. That's a nice thing. You know, you can share that with your kids when you settle down and get married. But none of that naysaying could outsmart the greatest Langston Hughes in his amazing poem, What Happens to a Dream Deferred? Does it dry up like a raisin in the sun, or fester like a sore, and then run? Does it stink like rotten meat, or crust and sugar over like syrupy sweet? Maybe it just sags like a heavy load, or does it explode? And that was all I needed to know. I was going to pursue my dreams and not let it explode in my mind like a bomb of regrets, right? Like Mel Robbins is talking about haunting your mind. And as it turns out, that degree was the best investment in my talents that I could have possibly made. It provided me with an absolutely multifaceted career path that is not only recession-proof, but also incredibly fulfilling because it's a true extension of myself. I have always said I have the best job a poet could ever get. As a namer, I often write one-word poems, and I write the world's shortest, most lucrative haikus. I used that degree to become a successful namer, and for over 25 years now, I've been naming products and services that you probably see and use every single day. I've had different celebrities show me their pics on their cell phone and hold them up, like dressed up as a product I named for Halloween. One time at a conference, I had one of the people in the book, the movie, The Secret, call a friend crying because he had just met the namer of Flip's Pretzels, and he and his best friend had bonded over a long night of Flip's Pretzels and had these philosophical ponderings that went pretty wild. I even found myself in like a prime minister's quarters discussing the possibility of rebranding a country. If that isn't international business and world trade tied to poetry, what is? And it's something I could have never imagined, never predicted when I was making that leap to follow my dream, when I wasn't listening to the naysayers. I certainly wasn't on the traditional path of becoming a successful business owner. But I'm a creative, like you. I found a professional way to apply my talents, and you can too. Also, it's a blast. It's literally a great reason to wake up every morning. It's a saving grace on a bad day and a bright sky on a great day. You need to confidently turn your creativity into revenue in these ways. Number one, you know the value of your creativity. And when I say value, I'm talking about monetary value, emotional value, and time savings value. Artists are infamous for selling their creative talents short. And part of the reason is that cultural conditioning we talked about a second ago, like that's pounding down into us right from the beginning. Many of us conform to labeling our artistic abilities as hobbies, as hobbyists. Many of us grew accustomed to handing out our talents for free, often hearing friends say like, people will pay money for this, you should consider selling these. And many of us have said, oh, I just do this for fun, I wouldn't even know what to charge, kind of throwing it away. Don't throw it away, figure it out. And don't sell yourself short. Your artistic talents are not only entirely unique, they also create revenue for others. They save people time. They create emotional connections that lead to brand loyalty. The decision to buy is emotional. Anytime you make an artistic contribution to someone else's business, you are making them more money. Art is brimming with value. Right now, millions of people are looking for artistic shortcuts. They are downloading apps to do the creative for them. They are looking for templates to help recreate the magic of someone else's artistic genius. They're searching the internet for stock photos that might appeal to their customers. Actually, speaking of stock photos, have you ever heard of Unsplash? Here's a perfect example of how creativity was a path less chosen but wound up making all the difference. Unsplash is a wildly successful company that started out as a Tumblr blog by a man named Michael Cho. At the time, Cho was the CEO of a failing startup called Crew, an online platform that was out of money and about to go under. Okay, happens, right? And he prepared himself for the demise of Crew. Cho made a random decision to start a Tumblr blog that offered 10 free professional-grade photos, harboring the same disdain and frustration that many of us have about cheesy, expensive stock photos. Cho figured that the few customers Crew did have might be able to use them in the future, so he just threw them out there as a courtesy, expecting nothing in return. 4 hours and $19 later, Upsplash was born. 1 month later, Upsplash had 20,000 email subscribers and had the attention of Forbes and Fast Company. Forbes even became an Unsplash user, backlinking readers to Unsplash and generating like massive relevance for Unsplash. Unsplash was even able to refer enough customers over to Crew to help his failing startup to secure, I'm like stumbling, I'm so excited, $10.6 million and avoid all that disaster. And as recently as March of this year, 2021, Unsplash was acquired by Getty Images for currently an undisclosed amount. You know what that means. And having founded some of the most famous museums in the world, the Getty family absolutely knows the value of art. Do your own research. Know what the current market rate is for creative products or services that you have to offer. Get to know your ideal audience, read their reviews, make note of their common complaints, and brainstorm ways to provide them a superior experience. Research how much money your creativity stands to generate for others, and factor in how much time you'll save them. Make a list of all the things your competitors have in common and identify what makes you different. Know exactly what it is you're offering. In short, take your talents seriously. They are investments you've made, and they are excited to be put into the game, coach. Like, throw them in there. You truly are the only one that's holding yourself back. Take the leap like Unsplash did. Every creator before you did. No one created anything without fear of rejection and failure, ever. No one ever has. It's a human to feel that, but it's also human to know that you can say, I'm doing it anyway. I'm pursuing my dream, not pushing it down so it can fester and explode into self-doubts and loss of confidence. Because for Unsplash, it wasn't just free stock photo, was it? No, it was a high-quality marketing tool that saved businesses time, money, and went on to inspire their customers to invest their time and money with those businesses. Art evokes emotion, and emotion creates connections. Creativity is the building blocks for establishing relationships. One of the things that makes art so important is that once it's released into the world, it belongs to everyone, and it can mean a million different things to a million different people. Consider this. Without creativity, there is nothing to inspire brand loyalty. Brand loyalty is literally the business plan of every single business in existence. You are an original, and what you have to offer creatively has the potential to create value upon value, because no matter what business you're in, brand loyalty is your business plan. Okay, number 2, take yourself seriously. We touched on this, but I want to really dissect it for you because it's so important to your career, your joy, your impact. As you transition your creative talents into the realm of generating revenue, you have to take yourself seriously, or no one else will. Here are some of the things that you can do to start right now. Start taking yourself more seriously. Name your big why. What is that real reason you want to transform your creative talents into revenue? It isn't just about the money. Your big why is that reason you almost don't dare speak because it means so much to you. It's beyond the opportunities and the security that money can provide. It's beyond the ego of satisfaction of becoming successful at doing something you love. It's the true essence of your passion. And I want you to call it into being by naming it, by writing it down, weaving it into your brand story with love and never losing sight of it. Set clearly defined goals. Make a list of all the things you want to achieve from your artistic success. Start personally with yourself, then your family, then your friends, and expand outward. The goals you have for your company, your community, your future, your employees, then expand even greater still, past your community, your country, and finally, the entire world. Dream big. Don't be shy. Don't be modest. Art can and does make the world a better place every single day. Learn everything you can about branding. You can start by attending my webinar for how to brand like the Fortune 100s, even if no one knows your name yet. The number one reason $1 million ideas die is because people don't know where to start, and they don't know how to brand. You can do better, and you will do better. Once you know how, it's easier than you think. In fact, you're already way ahead of the game because you're here. You're seeking a way to provide your future, your financial future. And helping entrepreneurs create new brands that come out of nowhere is what I do best. That's my big why. In today's digital marketplace, there's just no way around it. You need a great brand to be successful. Let me help you. Consider it my creative contribution to your creative ascension. We're all going to talk about the top strategies for naming your business, creating the tagline and logo that stands out in a sea of online advertisements, and you'll learn the 10 landmarks of branding, which provide a clear direction for building your business in a way that supports your creative desires to love what you do and love how you do it. It's 100% free, okay? And it's a tremendous resource to move you forward. I'll include the link for you in the descriptions. Sign up, you're going to love this. Finally, we have number 3, make a business plan. Now, don't freak out, this is actually fun. The world of business has changed, especially since the pandemic, and the whole new breed of future millionaires are emerging. You don't need a lot of money, you don't need a lot of experience, and you don't need a college degree to be successful. Statistics released in 2021 reveal that the survival rate for a small business in its first year is higher now than it's ever been before. And get this, you're not going to believe it. The The survival rate for small business in its first year is now 80%. Be bold. Start with the webinar. Decide on your name, your tagline, your logo. Find rockstar business proposals online and use them as a launching pad to start creating your own business proposal. Start getting to know your ideal individuals. I'm talking about the people who need and want your creative contributions the most. Read the reviews. Listen to them. Every penny you earn will be from the result of how well you listened. Ask yourself, what is the most important to them? What is their big why? Remember, the brand who knows them best will be the one who wins brand loyalty. And no matter what business you're in, brand loyalty is your business plan. Thank you so much for joining me today. Be sure to join us. Just click the link in the description. Sign up for the webinar. It's perfect for you. I made it that way just for you, specifically for entrepreneurs who are just beginning to build their brand. It has been such a pleasure speaking to fellow creatives about how to take your artistic talents and transform them into the kind of revenue that supports you, not only financially, but in your ability to love what you do and love how you do it. Thanks for watching. Don't miss out on a single thing. Subscribe below. And here's something else I think you'll love.